Hello, welcome to Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. It's me, A. Proustian, and I'm ready to start the next day of trial. Okay, let's see how it goes. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah, good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usually sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Tee-hee. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. The thing about her being only 16 and it being super weird, right, with all these grown adult men pining for her, is that she acts like a child. Even. It's not even like she really does act very young. Like this. Have a glass of milk. Feels more like she's 12 than 16. I don't know. Regina! How fabulous. My sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't, yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Sparkles. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo. Top of the morning to you, Governor. Top of the morning? That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm. But then again, the worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. What the fuck is with the milk? Oh my, thanks. So how are you today, Wright? Well, I got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Acro? Holy shit! Huh? You think he did it? Huh, be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line. Literally. He's got guts to spare. All I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is. I'm used to it already. Just means I won't be able to press him like I can with other witnesses. What are you gonna do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. That is fascinating to me that Mo's like, yeah, Acro must have done it. That's fascinating. I wonder if it was an accident, like he meant to kill Regina? I mean, that's rough, you know? Alright. You're right. It's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. That's true. She has not dealt with that at all. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes. That's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Yeah, Mo's a lot more serious and grounded here than we've ever seen him or any of the circus people, and I find it really interesting. Is he starting to embrace, like, the future ringmaster role, maybe? So, Mo at least thinks it's Acro, That does seem, I suppose, the most likely as, you know, a kind of revenge for his brother. But I guess we'll find out if that's it. Like, it'd be funny if that's it, because normally there are a lot more, like, kind of twists and turns in the last one, so I'm kind of still expecting something. We'll see. Okay, court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Ms. Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We've discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order, order. I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor gumshoe. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work. Or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. I guess so. Here we go. I love his birds. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the Berry Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Here we go. It was just after 10 p.m., and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise outside the window. Then, a few minutes later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. Fair enough. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Ms. Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. That's a good point. I still think somebody rigged up the bust of Max to like some kind of string pulley system and put the hat and cloak on it and pulled it up and away. I don't know where the roses went. I don't know how they set it up with the hat and the cloak. There's a lot I don't know, but that's still my guess as to how they made Max appear to fly away. Okay, it was just after 10. You said you were resting in bed? One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? Huh. I never really thought of that. I guess it means I'm off to buy some curtains. Oh my god. Haha. Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Ow! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Okay. I heard a large thump noise outside the window. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said you were resting in bed. That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside? I was indeed. Pressing Acro doesn't seem to get results. Maybe something was contradictory in what he said just now. I don't think so. But if Phoenix thinks there is, I'm gonna try it. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? I don't think I do. That he wouldn't be able to hear anything. Shit, man. Gotta present something. That doesn't help. 10:15. Pepper. I don't think this is helpful. Shoot, I don't think I have anything here. We'll just present this. I don't think it'll help. This? What in the world is this? Ow! You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What don't I get? You're not going to be able to get through this one with your usual bluff routine. Your client looks to be ready to take off once again. Straight towards a guilty verdict. You were bluffing? I will not forgive any more mockeries made of this court. Whoops. Witness, would you mind repeating your testimony? Certainly. Hey, they didn't dock me, so it's fine. Resting in my bed. Okay. I heard a large thump. A few minutes later, I saw someone flying right by my window. I'll go ahead and press him. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action figure? Uh-huh. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human. That might ruin my guess, unless he's lying. Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. I wonder if Acro's statement jives with the facts. Fuck me. I can't keep saying there's a contradiction when I don't know. I don't know anything yet. I'm gonna go with there's nothing wrong. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. Okay, I think I did that correctly then. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see. But honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with this latest bit of testimony? Fuck me, I don't know. I'm gonna stick with nothing wrong for the moment. When I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. When did you start thinking that what you saw wasn't a dream? That's not important. I believe that the prosecution has done a bit of maintenance on the witness's memory. Just to make sure, let's ask the witness. Ow! Objection. Sustained. Don't sustain that! Acro must be lying about what he saw, right? Of course he is. Now the challenge will be to expose his lies to the court. I'll put the pedal to the metal, Nick. Somehow, I guess. Okay. Heard a large thump. This didn't seem to be it. It's gonna have to be either this one or this one. These are the times when I could have pressed and didn't. I feel like it's gotta be this. I feel like this bust has to be related to it, but I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna try presenting it. I don't think this will work, but I'm gonna do it. Clearly faulty, Your Honor. Sorry, I can see nothing faulty. Yeah, alright. I'm reloading. I hope people don't mind me reloading every time I'm wrong on these, but to me, I'm like, yeah, I just, I want to be able to figure it out without worrying about having to start all over. Partly because I'm recording, and partly because, I don't know. For me, the penalizing system just tells me you were wrong. Anyways, that's how I like to play it, so that's how I'm playing it. Okay, but can I figure this out? Saw someone flying right by my window. Max Galactica. That's who it looked like. Really? Did it? I thought I was dreaming. Nothing about this stands out as being... Whoops. Hitting the wrong buttons there. Okay, I'm gonna have to check the site. My help site. I'm stuck. Right. Okay. Oh, I can't believe I didn't see this. Okay, here, I need to press him. So this was the other thing I hadn't quite understood. I do have to present something while pressing. Okay, I think it's here. See the human fly by. This is what I didn't pick up on. I forgot, because it's been a while. The hat was still at the scene. There's only one life. See the silhouette. Okay. I saw the cloak and the hat. Convinced they were Max Galactica. Okay. There was something fishy this time. Okay, there is a contradiction. There's a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Here we go. I sure do. The Sill Cat. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The Sill Cat. What about the Sill Cat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the Sill Cat found on the scene. That's the Ringmaster's hat, right? Nope. Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's Sill Cat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two Sill Cats? No, this is a handmade one-of-a-kind model, made only for Maximilian Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Order, order. As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth. Now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? I could see either the grudge against Max or the real culprit, but he doesn't really have a grudge against Max. Like, Trilo Ben has a grudge, I think. And nobody really loves him, but Max didn't cause the accident. I think I'm gonna say Acro's the real culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. You know, he could have perhaps managed to, like, I don't know, do some kind of acrobatics swinging around on a rope or something and not left footprints. I don't know. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. Ha ha ha. I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience's hearts and minds. Huh? Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? You look so shocked. If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things... See, even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. What the fuck kind of audience is this? See that, Mr. Phoenix, right? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. Yeah, I probably am at some point. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? If he did, it was like the fucking monkey or something. Could he have trained the monkey? Huh. I'm gonna go along this route. I don't know how strongly I feel about it. It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplices. You don't say. Not good. Not good. This isn't going to end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. What? You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes. Mr. Wright, seems as if you won't be stopping at Acro, but will be making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you. I understand, Your Honor. Oof. Very well, let's continue. Who, perchance, would happen to be Acro's accomplice? I mean, I figure it's gotta be the fucking monkey. He could have trained him or something. This is like the worst idea. You know what, Phoenix? If this is as off base as I'm afraid it is, I apologize in advance. But I still think this is This kind of game. This could be it. You don't say. Uh-oh. This is suddenly looking very, very bad. Don't tell me you think you're gonna get off easy. Oh, again? Oh no. This again. Oh, what a splendid accomplice. Shoot, I missed what she said. I thought it was the same. Foundation? Yes, Mr. Wright. Do you have any proof that this person you've accused was indeed an accomplice? Fudge. No. Fuck. Could he have taken the bronze statue? Oh my god, I feel like I'm getting off onto a thinner and thinner limb as I continue doing this. Okay, here we go. Bronze statue. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Uh-oh. This piece of evidence is lacking in persuasive power. I liked my chain of thought there, though. Have the monkey steal the thing. Fudge. Receiving a penalty. Fine. What are you doing, Nick? What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Well, I guess if I tried, he did, so this time I'll try he didn't. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? What? No, you're not gonna sucker me into this one. Not again. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. I liked my idea with the monkey. What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm gonna have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. Can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? Well, wouldn't he be down here committing the murder? I mean, this is where the murder took place. There's no way he was anywhere but exactly right here. In the plaza? He was at the scene of the crime itself? You're right, though. The murderer would have had to have met the victim. Ow! Miss Von Karma, stop it! You will be quiet and refrain from striking people. How long has it taken him to say that? The witness could not have possibly left the lodging house on his own. Not to mention what Mr. Phoenix Wright just said. There was no accomplice, remember? Yeah, you're right. You think I could get another chance? Wait just 1 minute. What happened? Don't forget about my proverbial whip as well. What did I do wrong? Oh. Was he still in his room then? See, it's funny because I said I was like resetting when I take damage, and I do when it's easy. Here, when it's like things keep happening, I don't want to have to keep saving. Maybe he is in his room. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What do you say, Mr. Dingling? He is very chill. It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering what you proposed is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there's no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. Seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Yeah, but his footprints weren't. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? Yeah, I think he used the bus and the cloak, and I think the hat fell off. But he didn't notice the hat falling off is a little strange. But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I asked a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. Sure that Acro killed the ringmaster. And he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. Ooh, what would I do here? I need the murder weapon, right? Like, how would you kill him? You had to have a blunt instrument. It's not this broken bottle. Is it the wooden box? Could it be the wooden box? It's the only blunt thing here. He could have dropped it. I guess he could have dropped it onto Russell Berry's head. This is a thought. I'm gonna present some evidence. So what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry? Let's see. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think you should try again, especially before someone gets the chance to say something. God damn it. Yeah, you're probably right. So as I was saying, this piece of evidence must be penalized. No, and in this case I am going to load. I really thought that was it. Okay. Does this mean I can't present evidence now? I really feel like I have to present something. Okay, so is there anything else that he could have, like, dropped on him? I guess the box doesn't make much sense because it was underneath him. This was in the box. The bust, maybe? I don't know, but, like... it's not the hat. I guess this is also a big blunt thing. Ugh, I don't feel good about it. What's that? A picture? Oh, this is good though. This is an automatic failure. It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. The bust? It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it's also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I thought happened with the box. Ah! Oh, he's getting serious now. The birds flew away. See? This is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster. With the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. That's not usually how ample bust is, you know what, whatever. So you're saying the bust fell onto the ringmaster? Oh, and then if he had it attached to a string, he could pull it back up again. Okay. that's the flying. That makes sense. You don't want to leave the evidence on the scene. A rather simple crime. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro's an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Yeah, he had all that upper body workout stuff, too. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. Can't run away from things. Ow! I'd watch what I'd say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to this case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? Fuck karma. She's just using this testimony as a rouse to stall for time. Listen, you can't blame her. You do that shit all the time, Phoenix. There is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense had its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Nope. Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. Also, Phoenix, the judge sees your things your way a lot. Like, he gives you a lot of second chances. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. That woman will sink to any low to win a case. Yes, asking you to be respectful to the witness. Sinking to the lowest of lows. Alright, Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body and working as an acrobat. From working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him. Don't you think? I have no doubts in regard to this witness's testimony. It's impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What's your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. Yeah, you do. Okay, let's try this now. Suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? Can't let money outdo me on this. Money? That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before? Yeah, I think that's how it ended up in Acro's room. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. Strong upper body. So what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But, no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wouldn't lose either, slowpoke. I mean, Nick. Whoa! How did this discussion turn on me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say I'm stronger than the average bear. This is the interesting part where we start getting into the lifting it and looking out the window. You could have used like a I don't know, a mirror or something? And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window. No way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. How long do you think your recovery will take? You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation, but it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window. Yeah, that seems to be an issue. Would not have known the location of Ringmaster's head. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window? Thus, there's no way I would know the location of the Ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick? Huh? What if you turned things around? Maybe if you think about it sort of like this. If you knew the location of the Ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. Oh, like if the box were there as bait? Okay. Now we're talking. Maya, you're a genius. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow that Acro knew the location of the Ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Alright, I'll go ahead and press on this as well. If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there's no way that I could land a direct hit on the Ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Acro is strong enough to lift up the bust. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the Ringmaster's head. Huh. I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the Ringmaster? That's the ticket, Nick. Show him what you've got. I have to be careful. I have to find something that fits perfectly with the case. I don't remember us finding any sort of tool. Maybe we overlooked something. Like some kind of guide for it, maybe? I feel like I have to present something here. Now, can I present the box? I'm gonna try it. I don't feel good about it, but I'm gonna try it. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? I think I was right. Yes! What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the Ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes. Hurry and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. Oh, I could have done it with the picture as well, I think. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over? The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the Ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the Ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean... If the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No! Order, order, order. This is unbelievable. I wonder if we'll see Acro freak out. I don't know. He seems pretty unflappable. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? Oh, that's tough. Okay. It was Mr. Dingling, of course. Oh, thank God, I didn't have to answer. He connected it to a rope, then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ow! 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 The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. Specially made? Indeed. Had the most peculiar feature. The weight of the box. I'm pretty sure I remember it being heavy. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That's correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fair enough, but I don't know if I could throw something out of a window, not seeing it, and have it land somewhere that precisely, even if I knew where it would be, but I'm not very athletic. Mr. Chill over here. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember. But that's okay, the monkey did it. We're gonna get to the monkey. It's gonna happen. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Huh. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Ah, that means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room? This one's easy. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright, explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Ah! I guess the monkey doesn't count. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. I mean, I'm assuming it's the monkey. He did say that the monkey had lifted it up before, so I feel pretty good about it. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. This is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happened once and for all. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room? The monkey! Let's do it! A monkey? Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own, and then brought it back home. Yeah. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometime and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Oh, yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Ah! Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Order! Order! I said order, Ms. Von Karma! Where's the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. Let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Minnie's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways. Okay, this is Future A Proustian. I tried to push forward because I thought I was at the end of the trial and could wrap it up. I was way wrong. So I'm gonna cut it off a little early and then put this part that I tried to do now into the next episode and go from there. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you the next time when you'll see how I get to this point in the game. Thanks for watching. Bye.